Ella, tell me a little bit about you. Where are you from? Where do you live?
Okay. Please introduce myself. Hello, guys. Ella Mapurisa from Knysna, Western Cape. Originally, I'm from the Eastern Cape. As we know, we all moved from the rural areas to where we're able to get opportunities to develop. So I've been in Knysna for almost 20 years. And I came to Knysna to try and make it better for myself. And which is, I was right. You know, sometimes like the grass is greener. So I did find that in Knysna. So when I came to Knysna, I realized Knysna was more of a training area. In my first job, I work in a restaurant. And I started to work as a dishwasher, kitchen assistant, and a waiter. And that also motivated me to wish that day I would be able to run my own tourism business. I was also doing weddings, helping the wedding planner on weekends to do the international weddings, which was very exciting, and it did inspired me to be a business person and SME. So 2008 in September, already working in the office that I had to quit my job and go on business. So I started to be involved as a business in tourism in 2008, September in Knysna, which was the township business. And it's Emzini Township Tours. You can check us on the internet, you will find us and you will see what we do. Then you can imagine how much it did of that.
And how many people work with you? Do you work on your own, or do you have other people who work with you?
Yes. Okay. I do really have a business partner to start. It's a 50-50 business. It was my idea, so it's a fully business. And we've got 6 staff that are working for us full time. The reason we have 6 staff, we have 2 tourist guides, and then Penny and I, we also tourist guides. So in our business, we have 4 tourist guides, qualified tourist guides, and then the other 4 to the tourism, and that is how much tourism is important to us, because to our business, we focus on the social economy, whereby we develop the social community. So in our community, we started a safe house, a safe kitchen education program, which is I live in the township, which is one of the disadvantaged communities in South Africa, but not as bad as people think it is. And then in life, it's developed more, and with all the development that are happening in South Africa at the moment, so there's a huge turn around in the change, I have to say. So now with all what is happening, with all the 6 staff that we have, and which is they have families that they're supporting, and thank God we're still able to spend whatever we have left, and then be able to have slices of bread on the table at the moment, which is, we don't know how long it will take, because it's kind of taking care of how many 9 people, including the bookkeeper. So it won't last too long. Then you can imagine then how many families, which are always themselves, and also how many families coming on the table, and which is now tourism. If it will be possible, I'm sorry for that. If it will be possible for our government to open tourism, they must look at us, which is, I think they don't understand, because most times they know the grassroots level where we are. With the tourism, for instance, for us, a very small business, you can imagine with a bigger one, we carry 6-7 staff, and Penny and I, which is 9. Then we have 9 families, a stake already with children. And more than that, a safe house abuse children in township of Knysna, which is accommodate also children. Those children provided through tourism. We don't have anything to provide to them without tourism. And some of the children were removed from their families because it was not safe for them, and then authorities had to remove them. We gave them a place of safety. Yes, the grant from the government, they give us the grant, but looking at taking the children to the schools, in private schools in town, then it's nothing.
Mm.
So we will pay all the school fees for the through tourism, the tourism income. So you can see the data that it brings not only to us adults, but it's definitely yes, you or children, especially children coming from this advantage ground, abusive ground, that are given the opportunity to be removed, and they're given the opportunity to get a home, which is then the home gets a chance to get the best education, which is it's our huge pain, and it's really a huge disappointment. We hope with this cry, the government will consider to open tourism in South Africa, because also we're doing the marketing, the bed and breakfast, the restaurant, where we were also getting most of our referrals as a small business that doing day tours. So it is very important for our communities because we only depend for an income. Especially in the Western Cape, when I look around, for instance, I think most of us, our bread and butter comes from tourism. Then if we all sitting at home and there's not even an inch of income coming in, then we're all doomed. Tourism is one of the sectors that do a lot of outreach programs. I've seen a lot of my colleagues, I've met in Cape Town, into their communities, they're helping people, they program everything. All they do is not through the funding that we're getting from the government. We're doing that from the income, from our own income, from our own businesses. Then we're able to help people to develop skills, to help children with food on the table.
Mm.
So looking at the things how they are now, there's a huge disaster that we face as families. Not only my family, I think it's a huge scale in the whole country.
Mm. So if you had a direct line to the president and you could speak to him now, what would you say as a woman in tourism to him and in Women's Month?
If I would have a direct line to the president, this is what I would say. Please, Mr. President, as a woman in tourism in South Africa, I started tourism when I was single. And during that time, I was able to be independent financially. And now, with tourism not functioning in South Africa, we're all suffering as women. And the women that are in relationships where are fully depending on men for their income, for their support, for their financial support, they'll keep on remaining on those relationships. No matter what we say, no matter what happens, they rather die, because if they move out of the relationship, then they will starve to death because there will be no food for them. There will be no provision for them. That will be my plea to our president. That will be my eye to his ear, because to me, I look at the situation as individuals. What if this pandemic tomorrow leaves us? Where are we going to start to pick? How are we going to start to pick up our pieces? Because there will be nothing. And whoever survived in this pandemic, then consider skill. No matter how bad it is, there will be survivors. Looking at the economy then, how is the country going to survive after all this? And it's hitting us more as the people of the lower class. Hit us more and more, and it gives more pressure to the a bit higher class, whereby they are still the same people that will give the provision for the people in need. That's the reality and the truth. We cannot run away from it, Mr. President. So if we can get tourism back in our community, in our provinces, in our country, that can help us. We dying. People are dying of hunger. We are doing a lot of helping in the community, and people are still hoping I will be able to help them. It brings tears in my eyes when I am not able to help them and looking exactly at what they're going through. The things you don't experience, we experience them deeply. People who don't even have a clue where to go. The grant, the extra grant, it does not carry a family, and it will never be. Because what is happening, the prices are going up day by day. And literally people are going to die, to starve to death. So if please, President, I plea on the behalf of women as a mother. In my community, they call me mother of the nation, if you may know. As a mother of the nation, of the community of Knysna, I plead to you to consider open provinces. Because even if we struggle as small businesses, the bigger businesses will be able to give us jobs, will be able to work, then we can be able to get our feet on the ground to help the community. Because with a small business, it will be hard for us to come up again. It was hard to start in the beginning. Now to go and start again is going to be hard than before. Please, the President, just consider.
Ella,
take risk. Thank you so much.
How would you persuade, or not persuade, but how would you, as the mother of the nation, inspire other women to stand up and have their voices heard? Because we say that 70% of our tourism workforce are women, but if women are important, why are they not being heard? How do you inspire other women to do what you're doing now and stand up and say, I need to be heard?
I think, Natalia, the other challenge with most women in tourism, for instance, for me, I'm privileged that Jolene gave you contact. So I think some of the ones which will be able to listen to what I'm saying now, it will be wise. Some of them definitely so they will have my contact. Maybe they'll have your contact. Maybe they'll have Jolene to listen. Then we can start to network, and then we can put our word out there. Then we can be heard, because the cry of a woman has got more power, because we are the one actually who carry the nation. The families are coming from us. We are the backbone of the life that's happening. That is how we are created, and that is what we are created to be. So if we can start to network, I will also try and get women I know in tourism, and we all together and get our voices out there in peace, in a peaceful way. All we don't want fight, we don't want violence, but all we need is on the table, that we are given the opportunity. We don't want to go in the back. Don't want to go back anymore, because we've seen we are able to stand on our feet and do something for ourselves. We want to go on doing that on our, but really, even if we go and beg, it won't be enough. It will be just something for a day. Then what about the next day.
Ella, you leave me speechless. I see your pain and I see the grief, and I don't understand why. I understand the need to save lives, but I also understand the need to preserve jobs, because jobs give you life, give you a livelihood, allow you to support those children that you now are struggling to support. I don't know what to say to give you the strength to keep you going, and I want to say something, but I don't know what.
Oh, don't worry, I'm a very strong person because I always have to take courage for other people that are looking up on me. And about everything, we always God that He will prevail, and He will bring about the light in the tunnel. Yeah, I'm ready. It breaks my heart because I've been there. I know what people are going through now, and it's double where we were before, because that's how we used to struggle before.
Mm.
But now, going back there, it breaks my heart knowing that I'm not even able to help anyone.
Mm.
So actually, I don't know. It's really, I think the government will please consider, because we will have remnants, and how are they going to die? We're not all going to die. That's the thing. That's the reality. We're not all going to die. And the fact remains, we're still dying again. So if there should be a balance in the trade.
Mm. Yeah.
It will be the worst part, seeing our country, seeing our people, seeing our families, our friends, our relatives die under.
Yeah.
I think people starting to get engaged in crime. Because that's what you're going to do. If someone sees you now, a loaf of bread, and they're hungry, they'll take your loaf of bread. And they won't laugh with you when they want to that loaf of bread.
Yeah.
That's where we will be going. So tourism is one of the ways that improve things in a quick way in South Africa. Especially in areas like where I live in the township.
Mm.
You know?
So Ella, if they announced next week we're opening and you can do tourism again, what would you say to the people in the tourism industry? So not government, but people in the tourism industry, to help you get back on your feet and get going again? What do you need from the tourism industry?
The big step, I think, to all aspects and tourism businesses, we need to be cautious in everything that we will be doing according to each sector that we operate in. Tourism people, I know they're very, very, very capable of doing good. That one I know. So definitely all the measures that need to be taken to prevent and to protect, they will be in place with the tourism sector. Then for us, as all the tourism business actually, we really suffocating already in a pipe. So it won't be easy for us even to get just around for us, really. So I think if you guys would consider, at least I'm still young and a bit energetic, and if there's anything you can share with us, we are open to a lot of programs, to a lot of suggestions, and then for instance in Knysna we get a lot of support from our hospitality industry. So if there's anything that we can do, we are available also. So I think we do need each other. We do need each other now at this moment. And that can say that to remember us, to remember each other as we get up, because as we get up immediately, and some of us will struggle to get up. So please don't fly alone. Remember us and pull us up and take us up there again. We still need each other. And tourism is a huge pie that we're not selfish. We always share that pie.
So thank you very much.
Okay. thank you.
Have a good day.
So much. And we just pray that God will remember this land quicker.
Yes.
And we trust Him. He will never disappoint us.
Thank you, Ella.
Thank you,
Thank
Natalia,
you.
for this opportunity. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.